Hi. Today it's Saturday, September the 15th, 2012. This is the 33rd annual Aynor Harvest Hoe-Down Festival. This is a very important day. People from all over are coming here. But there is also one more important day we're going to celebrate. A lot of people know that Monday, September the 17th, is the Constitution Day, United States Constitution Day. Soon we're going to speak with our Myrtle Beach Tea Party President, Mr. Dugan. I am a proud member of the Myrtle Beach Tea Party. This is the tent of the Myrtle Beach Tea Party. We came here to educate people why it's so important for people to participate in the next elections and to make sure that we elect a president which has entirely at heart the love for this country. It looks like as of today we don't have that choice. We have a choice to elect another president, and let's hope that the new elected president and the vice president will do everything it's in their power to restore the dignity and the greatness of this great country of ours. A lot of people from the Myrtle Beach Tea Party are coming here. They are trying to ask people questions and find why would they like to vote or not vote for I'm going to ask Mr. Dugan, our chairman, what is the reason so many people are here today, but mostly what's the importance of Monday, September the 17th? I know that we celebrate 225 years from that document called our Constitution. But let's see what is the opinion of our people. Mr. Dugan, would you express your opinion about it?
Yes, thank you, Florin. As we celebrate the 225th anniversary of the signing of our Constitution, we have to look around and see how our culture has changed, and the Constitution is currently being shredded to the point where we can no longer even recognize it. We don't have an administration that goes through Congress, as the Constitution states. The Constitution stated that we're supposed to have checks and balances with three forms of government: the legislative, executive, and judicial branches. Well, we don't have the legislative branch is not allowed to have a say. If a bill gets passed in the House of Representatives, it goes into Harry Reid's pocket and stays there until he can use that as blackmail to get more money for his cronies. It is totally outrageous. And the executive orders coming from the executive branch bypass the Constitution. They show no respect for our heritage. And they are telling us that they are going to lead us down a path to Marxism. They don't want our country to continue to be one of opportunity. They want the Constitution says that every person has equal opportunity. But this administration wants to have every person with equal outcomes. Well, people are different. Even two brothers are different, and they have different talents. And they should be rewarded for their talents and how hard that they work at them. If you have one person who works 80 hours a week and is passionate about his job and is excellent at it, why should he get the same pay as someone who's a laggard, works 30 hours a week, and does a lousy job? And that's what this administration is trying to do.
Mr. Dugan, let me ask you a question. We are involved in the political system more or less, so no, we are aware of what's going on. How about if we are asking people around, what do they know about the Constitution? What do they know about the voting which will take place in about 2 months? How are they going to vote, and what makes them decide how to vote? Do you want to go around and interview some people and make sure that at least they are aware what happens with this country?
Yes, but first I'd like to say that we are handing out these palm cards that were designed by the Myrtle Beach Tea Party, and they show the events that, like in our Hoe-Down here, the other events that we will be working at during the fall, and also when our meeting nights are and so forth. And we're going out here today and meeting everybody that we possibly can and encouraging them to bring their families and every single one of their friends out to the voting booth on November 6th. We have got to get our Constitution back. This country is $16 trillion in debt, and it is about to go underwater with no scuba gear. And the people I've talked to here today are fed up with what's going on in our government. They're fed up with what's going on internationally, and they want America to be strong again and be the leader of the world. It's by being the leader of the world that we can have some order in this world. You see the chaos that goes on this past week in the Middle East. Well, you have a situation in Europe where all those countries are broke, and they can't keep the promises that they made under their socialist regimes to their citizens. So now they're instituting austerity programs, and the citizens feel like they're having their promises broken, and their retirements are being taken away from them, and they're in an uproar. And there is just no more money, folks. This is the end of the line. We have kicked the can down the road until it's not recognizable as a can anymore. And the end of the road is now. We do not have an opportunity after this year, if we re-elect the current administration, to save our country, to let our children and grandchildren grow up in a republic where they are free to go after their ambitions and choose what professions and exert all their strengths to make a good life for themselves and their family.
You have a group of young people here. Maybe they can tell you something about the Constitution.
Would you like to? Would any of you young people like to talk for a minute? Answer a couple questions?
I don't know what you're talking about anyway. What's the Myrtle Beach Tea Party?
The Myrtle Beach Tea Party is a group of ordinary citizens. You can take one of these and read it on there.
Get one of them, good. I ain't got no hands.
Right. And our purpose is to bring us back to enforcing the United States Constitution, which will celebrate its 225th anniversary on September 17th.
That's your birthday?
That's the same day as my birthday.
Great,
yes,
great. Well, you have two things to celebrate on your birthday. Because without the rights given to you and your parents and your grandparents by the United States Constitution, you would be working in a society that is no different from China or Russia. And I don't think any of you young people want to do that. I think what you'd like to do is to be able to pursue a job and responsibility in life and eventually raise a family and own a home and all the things that come with being personally responsible and using your talents to the best of your ability. Now, which side of the fence would you want to be on? Would you want to be on the side of the fence that allows you to have the freedom to pursue what you want to do with your life? Or would you want to be on the side of the fence that says, okay, no matter what you do, you're going to get paid the same as everybody else?
I got a question for you though.
Okay.
In school, we learn about the Bill of Rights and all that stuff, the freedom of speech, something like that. Well, why don't we got freedom of speech in school? If we're trying to learn about it in school, why can't we get our freedoms in school?
Well, there's a lot of reasons, because it's the goal of the socialists that have been working at this since the President Woodrow Wilson in 1913 to get control of the educational system and only teach the students what they want the students to hear. So the students are being indoctrinated in schools and told that they don't really have the liberties that the Constitution guarantees them. And that's why you can't speak freely. It's the First Amendment of the Constitution that allows freedom of speech. You're entitled to it, just as everyone here at this gathering today in Aynor is entitled to it.
Yeah, I said, I don't understand that. I mean, but we can't talk with me in school. But I mean, like me and Gage sitting here talking to you like right here, we can't talk like that in school.
Well, not in a classroom while the teacher's trying to teach, but I would think that on your breaks and on your lunch periods, you're free to talk about anything you want. That's not true?
Anything. Not anything.
No? No? Can you talk about God in your schools?
I don't know if I can or not.
You know?
I don't know.
Do you say the Pledge of Allegiance to that American flag in your schools? That's great. Where do you go to school?
Aynor.
Aynor High School? Well, that's great. I'm glad to hear that you say the Pledge of Allegiance, because so many of the heroes that came before us gave up their lives for that flag.
And you a veteran?
No, I am not personally. I work with a lot of veterans.
Any one of these guys out here veterans?
Yes, the man in the colonial outfit. Yes, he's a veteran. Many people here are. We have about 180, getting close to 200 members in our group, and I would say more than half of them are veterans.
Oh, yeah.
And the other half, most of them are women. But they have fought for this country. They know what it means, and we are just here today trying to go out and encourage people to exercise their right to vote for a better America.
What are y'all doing with this film here?
Pardon me?
What are y'all doing with that right there?
Well, parts of that will go on our Myrtle Beach Tea Party YouTube.
Okay. So we're going to be on YouTube?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's cool.
Oh, that's pretty sweet, yeah.
Okay.
So it's on the Myrtle Beach Tea Party on YouTube?
Yes.
We're going to get to see each other tonight.
Joe, you can decide www.youtube.com/MP from Myrtle Beach Tea Party, and you can see yourself on that. It's the same
Hey, that
What
girl
you
there
see
knows
here.
a lot about social studies.
Yeah, she knows a lot about social studies right here.
I really don't know anything about social studies, but I can BS my way through it. So, I mean, just kidding. I don't know.
Well, we're talking about, we're having a discussion
About what?
about the United States Constitution. Since September 17th is the 225th anniversary of the signing of the U.S. Constitution, which guaranteed all our rights that made this country so successful, the most successful country in the history of mankind. And those rights are being taken away from us now.
Because of Obama?
Yes.
Because Obama's ratchet.
Because he's what?
He's ratchet. He don't even know what he's doing.
Well, it's very refreshing to hear young people understand what is going on around them. Thank you. But what we are trying to do in preserving the Constitution is to allow you to make a choice in life, and for you to determine, not the government to determine for you, what area of work you're going to choose.
Nurse, I'll be a nurse.
And allow you the choice to raise a family.
And we don't have to pay for other people's health insurance. Yay!
Right, you should pay for your own.
We should, yeah.
Right?
It's not like, if I work for my money, I want to keep my money. I don't want to pay for some hobo who's just sitting on the streets having health insurance. That's not fair.
That's right. But what this current government would do, if it's allowed a second term, is that if you got a 90 on a test, just to give you an analogy, don't take me literally with this, okay?
Yeah, I know.
If you were to get a 90 on a test and another person got a 50,
I have to give my points to him.
and the teacher said, well, it's not fair because you have more advantages than he has. So what we're going to do is we're going to split the difference. And both of you are going to get 75.
That would fly. That would not fly. I worked for my 90. He worked for his 50.
That's right.
We did our homework.
But that's what socialism is.
You better get me a give me a funnel cake, please.
Hey.
Please, somebody get me a funnel cake. Thank you.